Good morning. Hello. Today we're talking about macro-friendly recipes and snacks for whatever your goal may be, whether it be fat loss, building muscle, body recomp, overall health, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish by hitting macros. We're talking about things that will help you hit your macros better. With the exception of like a month and a half chunk about a year ago, I have not tracked my macros with any specific goal of hitting specific targets or anything like that in about 2 years. But I've recently started tracking again with a specific goal in mind, which we'll talk about later. But first, I just want to I want to start eating. I have my pre-workout snack in front of me and I want to do what I eat in a day, and I can't eat it until I show you what it is, because then you can't see what it is if it's in my stomach. So for my pre-workout snack, I have an entire kiwi and then about yay much of a chunk of roasted sweet potato with just a dusting of coconut oil, cinnamon, and salt. I'm currently experimenting with getting around 50 grams of carbs in before my workout to boost exercise performance, strength building potential, muscle building potential, and thus fat burning potential. So I have this split between more complex, slower digesting carbs and more simple, fast digesting carbs. So I'm gonna have two great different sources of carb energy going into my workout. I also just made myself a little tea. I used some of the Peak green tea just for like a touch of caffeine. Boost that energy for the workout a little bit. Then I threw in a scoop of collagen and I threw in some mint tea just because I love mint tea. A little bit of honey, again, for some simple carbs and because it tastes good, and we have my tea. Okay, now that I showed you my pre-workout meal, I'm gonna eat my pre-workout meal. So good. That was so good. I wanna eat like 6 more kiwis, but I have no more. So for context, and to just keep you guys in the loop of my own personal fitness journey, I feel like I should explain where I'm at right now with things and kind of why I'm tracking, and yeah. So basically for the last year-ish, I've been chilling at a little bit higher body fat percentage than I am used to being at, and then is my favorite body fat percentage for me. Now let me clarify, there is nothing wrong with my body right now. I freaking love it. I genuinely enjoy having more like curves at this slightly higher body fat percentage. So again, like, I don't hate where I am right now. I don't even dislike where I am right now. Right where I am right now is perfectly fine. It just doesn't feel like me. Like, it almost feels like my body doesn't really match my personality, if that makes sense. And I finally feel like I'm at a healthy and stable enough place to dive back into changing the composition of my body. So this time I didn't want to do what I did a year ago, where I tried to lose fat and then kept panicking and it failed for many reasons. I have a whole video about why I failed at losing fat if you want to check that out. One of the biggest things that got in my way was, I guess, kind of a fear of public failure, because I am a coach. Like, I help people lose fat for a living. So what would that say about me if I can't personally lose fat? Like, I would look like a complete fraud. And so I kept getting in my head about that and tripping myself up and then like panicking and being like, oh my god, we gotta do whatever, and just, it was not good. Like, tracking, fine with it. Relationship with food, fine. Relationship with my body, fantastic. Relationship with exercise, great. Relationship with losing fat publicly online, apparently trash. I think that's understandable. But basically what I wanted to do this time was take all of that pressure off of myself, so that in my head I can say that if I'm not getting results and not going where I want to go, it's not me. So I decided to actually hire a nutrition coach, someone who I've been like vaguely online friends with for a couple years now, whose approach I absolutely love. Like, she is the one person who I would just trust to do whatever she says to do, because there's so many people out there that just give such bad, horrible advice, and she's one of the good ones. Her name is Lauren. I will link her Instagram down in the description. Like, she's absolutely amazing. And what we're doing is basically focusing on body recomposition, so trying to rebuild some of that muscle that I lost while losing some of the excess fat that I gained at the same time. Whether or not body recomposition is possible according to the science is a completely different video. So if you'll want that video, let me know down in the description box below. We can get into the nitty-gritty. That's not what this video is about. Today, I'm just sharing with you my goals, what Lauren is having me do to get there, and some of the tips and tricks that I have been acquiring in trying to hit more precise macros that I want to share with you guys. So all this is to say, I am back to tracking macros. These macros have been given to me by Coach Lauren, and I'm genuinely excited about it. Like, it's been so much fun so far to be like back in the macro tracking game. Like, I love eating intuitively, it's great, but it's also kind of fun to like play around with food and puzzle it together and like treat it like a puzzle. I love puzzles. So with hopefully appropriate levels of context given, I am going to finish up my tea, let my pre-workout snack digest just a little bit, and then hit the gym for a little upper body and abs workout. So I'll see ya at the gym.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess, found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now.
So I totally forgot that my gym closes early on the weekends. So thankfully I got through all the stuff that I needed to do with weights, but I still have 2 more exercises that I want to throw in, more like functional style training.
You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess, found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now.
Yes. Hi, hello. Every good workout deserves a good post-workout breakfast. Got a ton of protein and some carbs to refuel my body. 1 egg, bunch of egg whites, some turkey, got some greens mixed in there to get my veggies, and some oats cooked in almond milk, also with some grated zucchini, again to get the greens and the veggies, and a little bit of the 4 Sigmatic chocolate protein powder to add flavor and get just a little bit more good protein in there. I've been really loving doing combos like this because it's so easy to tailor this to your macros. Mostly because these foods are kind of pure protein or pure carb. So if you need just a little bit more carbs, it's easier to add a little bit more oats. If you need a little bit more fat, add an extra egg instead of egg whites. If you need a little bit more protein, add a little bit of extra egg white or some extra turkey. That's kind of how I've been structuring most of my meals since tracking my macros more accurately, is I'm making sure to include foods that are like mostly pure macro, so that I have a lot of flexibility and can just like change things up just a little bit to be more accurate. So let's dive into the fun part, the snacks. The snacks that make being more precise with your macros easier. Like with my meals that I've been making sure I have snacks on hand that are mostly 1 macro, so that I can have like a couple meals throughout the day, and then if I know what I'm gonna have for dinner, I'll be like, okay, we're gonna have a snack and it's gonna fill in the gaps. So I did go to the grocery store the other day and I got a few key things, mostly just whole fruit, because that is really great for a snack for carbs. I personally, if you saw I tried eating high carb for a week video, you know how much I struggled to just find good carb sources that make me feel good. Fruit, I love fruit, so I got a bunch of fruit. But while I was at the store, I saw a bunch of things and I was like, that's expensive. I'm going to buy this on Thrive Market instead. So I'm about to actually place my Thrive Market order with a bunch of different snacks that are gonna be super, super clutch while I am trying to be precise with macros. So I thought I would show you what I'm getting right now. Those of you who don't know, Thrive Market is like Costco, but online and for like natural, healthy foods and products. So if you have a membership, you get great discounts on all of like my favorite healthy foods and snacks basically. So let's start with the snacks that I'm getting to up my protein intake. First one is Epic brand pork rinds. I love Epic in general, it's such a great brand. Let's see, 5 grams of fat, 8 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs. Also just a fun like chip replacement. And these are 20% off on Thrive Market. And I'm gonna get another Epic snack, the smoked salmon bites. I'm getting these mostly for the protein. There's 9 grams of protein, only 2 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of fat. These and the pork rinds are something you can totally just like chop up or crumple up like on top of your dinner just to add a different texture or flavor. More protein stuff. I guess I should say I'm aiming for 120 grams of protein, which is about 30 grams higher than I usually aim for, which is why I'm focusing very heavily on my protein when it comes to snacks. But I'm getting some traditional beef biltong. This is 22% off on Thrive Market. Then I also wanted to throw in some bone broth. I haven't tried this brand before, but it's 25% off on Thrive Market. The ingredients are super clean and it's loaded with protein. 20 grams of protein in 1 serving. What's 1 serving? 16 ounces, perfect. Now for the carb snacks, you guys know that with my carbs, I like to still focus on nutrient density. Even if I'm like under on my carbs, I still wanna get my nutrients in. So a lot of my like extra carbs, like the carbs beyond what I would naturally feel inclined to eat, are coming from fruit. Especially since I'm trying to have like pre-workout carbs, it's really easy to get simple pre-workout carbs from fruit. So I'm getting a couple different like dried fruit snacks. First one is dragon fruit chips. I have not had dragon fruit in such a long time, so I'm so stoked about these. As you would expect, loaded with carbs, little bit of protein, can't hurt. These are 60% off. And then I wanted to get some golden berries. I love snacking on golden berries because they're like kind of sweet, but like super tart. Like, ooh, my mouth is watering just thinking about them. They're kind of like sour Skittles, like of the fruit world. And they're 36% off. This brand tends to be kind of pricey, so it's really nice to get that discount. Then we have a snack specifically to boost my fat intake. I'm getting some roasted and salted macadamia nuts, which are just like crack. They're literal crack. That's the dangerous thing about these, is if you are inclined to overeat things that taste good, these might not be the best thing for you, because you will have like 4, which will fill in all the fat you need for the day, and then you'll want to eat 40. Then I'm also throwing in one of my favorite like snacky snacks, which are the lime seaweed sea snacks. These are so good, like so good. And they have like 0 calories. I mean, it's not 0 calories, like it's some calories, it has a little bit of fat. 15 calories, 30 calories for the pack. And it's like a really good substitute for chips because it's just like thin seaweed strips that taste vaguely like lime flavor. Yes. So good. That's everything that is in my cart to help me hit my macros. You can see I saved $26. So I saved, I think, about 32% on all of this, which is fantastic. If I had bought all this at Whole Foods, I would have spent almost $80 instead of $50. Regardless of whether or not you guys are tracking macros or just generally trying to eat healthy, promote like a healthy lifestyle, I highly recommend checking out Thrive Market if you want to save some dollar bills on the good, healthy food. You guys know me, I have no problem like spending money on healthy food. That's basically all I spend my money on, is the quality of my food. But I also don't like spending money, so I like to save it where I can, and Thrive Market makes it a lot easier for me to continue to eat the way I do, eating in a way to nourish my body, optimize my health, but still save some money. Thrive Market members save an average of about $32 per order, and they actually have thousands of different wholesome products, from food to also like clean beauty, cleaning products. They also have sustainably sourced meat and seafood. Like, they are just a great platform to refer to in general for finding higher quality products that are gonna elevate your health. And they have a thing where you can sign up for like a 15-minute consultation call with someone at Thrive Market to see how you can maximize your membership. So if you have any like specific needs or anything that you want to see if you can get out of Thrive Market, you can actually like talk to someone about it. And that's free. That's pretty cool. I've been a Thrive Market member forever. I've personally saved almost $1,200 by shopping through them instead of shopping at Whole Foods. I have the year-long membership, which comes out to $5 a month because clearly I use it all the time and save way more than $5 a month. But if you are not ready for that commitment, they also have a 1-month membership that is $9.95 a month and guaranteed savings. So if you use it and you don't save, then you can get your money back on the membership. So it's literally risk-free. And super exciting news, as of 2021, if you sign up through my link, thrivemarket.com/fitandnerdy, you will get yourself 25% off your first order and a free gift at checkout. That's like 25% off the already discounted prices. So if there's anything on Thrive Market that you've been eyeing, now is the time to order like 20. I will leave the link to sign up down in the description box below. Again, that's thrivemarket.com/fitandnerdy. I'll leave the link down in the description box below. Go check it out. I need to go run some errands, so I'm gonna pack a little bag and bring some snacks with me, because here's another thing that I've learned is that, well, maybe this is more specific to like my macros, but since I'm eating roughly at maintenance, I'm not always hungry for what I need to eat to be able to eat everything that I'm trying to eat. So if I am like gonna be gone for a little bit, I need to make sure that I take some like healthy, macro-friendly stuff with me, so that if I do get hungry, I can take advantage of that hunger and get myself closer to my macros. I'm gonna go grab some snacks really quick. So I know I'm gonna be short on carbs, so I grabbed a little pear. And then I just all around need a little bit of boost in all macros, so I'm bringing this Wild Zora Italian beef bar with me. I think this is their new flavor. If you guys haven't heard of Wild Zora, amazing brand. If you're AIP, they have a ton of like super great snacks, but their beef bars are delicious. So I haven't tried this flavor yet. I'm really excited to try it. So that's going in the bag. Scrunchie, hair clip, car keys, mask, phone. Actually, give me my phone really quick. So I so far tracked the dinner that I had last night, because that's what I'm planning on making again for the most part. So at this point, I've had my pre-workout meal, my post-workout meal, I have my dinner tracked, I have my dessert tracked, planning on eating some mint chocolate. So this is where I fill in the gaps of my macros to try to get as precise as I can be. This is where it becomes a puzzle and it's super fun. So I threw a pear in here. Let me scan this little guy. Good. That actually brings me pretty darn close to all of my goals, which is absolutely amazing. I'm just a smidge shy on fat, but that's super easy to modulate because I have avocado in my dinner, so I can just add a little bit more avocado than I have logged. Wonderful. Bringing my snacks along with me. And by the way, I got this bag the other day. It's a, what is it? It's Teddy Blake. I am stoked. I have been wanting like a tiny little cute backpack that's like backpacky that I can put things in, because here's the deal. I've been using this purse forever, but it makes me walk crooked, and my spine is already slightly crooked. I don't need more crooked walking. Then I started using a fanny pack, and it's super practical, but it's a fanny pack. Not trying to look like my dad. No offense, love you, Dad. But I've just been wearing this like literally everywhere, and I feel so cool with it. Like, I am not fashion. This makes me feel fashion. This is obviously completely irrelevant to macros. I've literally been wearing this nonstop. I'm a huge fan of the bag. I'll link their stuff down in the description if you want to check it out. But yeah, I am off to go run some errands with my cute backpack. I'll see you later. All right, I'm ready to eat dinner at this point. I'm getting hungry. I was going to make dinner tonight and show you the recipe that I've been using the last few nights that I've really enjoyed, that can be pretty flexible with macros, but here's the thing. I am exhausted. I have more work to do. The idea of cooking dinner makes me so stressed that I want to cry. So I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I just deleted the whole dinner that I had pre-logged from MyFitnessPal, left in the dessert, because that's key. I want my chocolate tonight. I looked at the macros that I had left and I was like, what do I usually get that is close to this but customizable? And I was like, Sweet Green Harvest Bowl. Coincidentally, it actually fit my macros literally perfectly. I think I'm about 10 grams short on carbs, so I will just have like a few extra raspberries. I don't know how that worked out so well, but I'm very grateful because I just did not have the energy tonight. But I wanted to take this as an opportunity to discuss how you can still eat out and hit your macros, and also mention the fact that eating out isn't inherently unhealthy if you're eating at a place that like has good quality food, but that's a rant for another day. My pro tip for trying to hit your macros while you're eating out is finding restaurants where it's Chipotle style, where it's all very customizable, where you're choosing each ingredient that goes into your food. So my two go-to restaurants for that would be Chipotle and Sweet Green. Sweet Green is basically like Chipotle, but for salads. These are the kinds of places where you can do the math ahead of time, figure out exactly what you need, like double the protein if you need to, add the rice, don't add the rice, add the beans, add the quinoa, whatever it is you need to do to hit your macros. Like, it's super easy to just throw things in, take things out, customize it to be whatever you need it to be. But my other tip for eating out is to plan ahead. Like, if you know you're gonna go out to eat, just plan the rest of your day around that. Like, know what you're gonna order, log that, and then figure out your breakfast, lunch, and snacks around what you know is going to be a given in your day. So that said, I'm gonna go pick up my perfectly macro-fitting salad and eat it along with some chocolate. The infamous harvest bowl. It's a bed of kale with some chicken, apple, sweet potato, balsamic dressing, toasted almonds, and goat cheese. I usually get it with avocado, but this made my fat macros perfect, so no avocado for me tonight, but that is a-okay because it is so good, even without the avocado. So I finished my salad, and now it's time for the chocolate for dessert. I'm just gonna have a half of this bar. It's just the Theo mint dark chocolate. All right, it's time to wind down, get ready for bed. Gonna make one last cup of tea with a smidge of honey in it because I have just a few more carbs to spare for the day. And then that will be it. If you guys have any questions about what I'm doing, like what the journey is that I'm on, body recomposition, like what I'm aiming to do, macro counting, macro timing, anything that I feel like I've mentioned a lot of things briefly today. If you want me to go more in depth into anything, please leave a comment down below. I'm more than happy to talk about any of this more in depth, but I hope that for now this was a good like cursory overview to get us started on this discussion of all of these various topics. Make sure you do go check out thrivemarket.com/fitandnerdy to get yourself 25% off your first order at Thrive Market and a free gift. In the meantime, if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up because it really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your neighbors. If you want to see more videos from me all about health and fitness, you can check them out over here. To see future videos from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!